the Trinity is the primary, primary doctrine of the faith?
Yeah.
It's got to be, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so with a creed is structured by the Trinity as we go through this sort of thing.
Incarnation.
You add on, the kind of Holy Spirit, he gets like the church and the apostolic, stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
So the Trinity, super important, but also super weird, and I think they're probably out here...
They're listening.
They're probably out here saying, like, whoa, why would we believe in three gods? Like, I thought we weren't polytheists.
Right, sure, yeah.
Or tritheists, or pagans, or this sort of thing.
Right.
And I think, at least in the... sometimes you hear it said that this is a bit of Greek business going on here, right? Like the Greeks got Christ and the church were doing this thing, and then some Greeks got in and they thought about stuff, right? I think that's, let's be honest, that is not true.
We can be more than honest.
Well, and I think it's helpful. I think it's helpful when I think about like why we believe in the Trinity. You could start by like giving out like logical things that make sense about it. But at the end of the day, I think we believe in the Trinity because it's the reflection on the possibility of a man wandering around Galilee and saying he's God, more or less, and then praying to God. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, he never says directly like, "Hey guys, guess who I am." God, but he says, "I am who I am." He also thinks so Jesus Christ proclaims himself to be God, right? To be divine, and yet he also talks to his Father, who is God, right? And then he slips in near the end, right? This is a spoiler alert. Like, there's another one coming, like me, right? So I take it the first reflection of the Trinity is like, why do we have this doctrine? The Trinity is that God is three persons and one nature, right? Why do we have this? Because we've got Jesus Christ, and we're trying to reflect on that experience of him, right? We're trying to make sense of the scriptural data. Just like if you're doing physics and you're trying to make sense of the cloud chamber data, you have to bring in a theory about electrons and positrons and all this kind of thing.
And pistons.
Maybe pistons. Who knows? We don't know what's down there. And if you're going to reflect on the scriptural data and the experience of Jesus, you've got to bring in the Trinity, right?
Yes.
Great. So what I think this is about not just the Trinity in general, but about persons of the Trinity. Right? So let's talk about the persons of the Trinity. There are three of them, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Why don't we kind of walk ourselves back through the biblical data a little bit, and then we'll talk about like who these fellows are.
Yeah.
We're going to meet them. Father Gregory, say something in Latin.
Oremus pro invicem.
Father Gregory, say something in French.
Moi, je m'appelle Grégoire.
Father Gregory, say something in German.
Ich bin hier, einen Podcast aufzunehmen.
Father Gregory, say something.
Something.
Subscribe to Godsplaining.